Your Excellency, Chairman of the PTF, the Honourable Ministers, and you, the media, very good evening to you all. First of all, I would like to extend my most profound gratitude to the PTF, the Chairman of the PTF, and my PTF colleagues, and indeed also you, the media, because for all the support that you've given to me during these last 3 weeks. As I say, I didn't walk alone because you were all very much with me, checking up on me every single day, one or you or the other, and keeping my spirits and my morale high. So I really cannot thank you, each and every single one of you, enough for that. You know, when I came today to the PTF meeting that we had before this, I thought that the chair of the PTF would tell me that I'm fired, that I've let the side down, that I'm not supposed to get this disease, so that I'm not a useful member of the team anymore. But thankfully, he didn't do that. He actually even made me chair the session. But really, I have to say that one of the things I was thinking of also was that, the PTF is like a military high command, before a battle. And it occurred to me that none of the military high command had been battle tested, had any taste of the war. So maybe it was a good thing that at least now one of the team can speak from experience and not just from theory. But really, as has been said, COVID is very real. I used to think that I used to have what I call a triple protection, as you could see from our previous meetings, my mask, my shield, and even, as the Minister of Foreign Information has, air doctor. So, well, it still didn't stop that. So we just have to keep at it. You never know, where it could come from. But I think as the last point that was made, and I had wanted to say, is that the issue of stigmatization, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Anybody can get catch this virus. And it's also, nothing to fear. The statistics are really in favor of survival. It's not a death sentence. And one of the most important things I felt, because, in my case, the moment I just felt something a bit, different, this thing on my throat, on the Friday, I had to test the following day. And it is important to get tested early, but of course we don't have the capacity, we know that, to test everybody that wants to be tested. And I was actually even discussing earlier today with the Minister of Health that maybe in the cases where people cannot be tested soon enough, to recommend a cocktail of some medication, because sometimes, it's a respiratory disease. It starts off at the upper respiratory area, and what we don't want is for it to move down to the lower respiratory area, and it really helps to be on the medication early to stop that. So I think it's one of the things we really have to address in those cases where people don't have access to testing. But don't be, don't feel it's anything shameful to go and be tested or to have this disease or whatever. Just treat it like any other. It could be malaria. It could be flu, and just don't feel that somehow it's a stigma and you're carrying something that would not be accepted and acceptable. And I'd also like to take the opportunity to say that, to thank the medical team where I was staying, where I was isolated. They're really good and made me feel very proud to be Nigerian. We talk about, our medical staff and sometimes we can be very negative and hard on ourselves. But honestly, for those 3 weeks, I cannot speak more highly of their dedication, their professionalism, and the environment in which one was confined for 3 weeks was really the most agreeable and most pleasant. And I was saying that I could come back there for a short weekend vacation or something, because it really was that good. And I really congratulate them for the work they did. And last but not the least, I had somebody in Lagos, Dr. Biondo Aluko of Premier Specialist Medical Center, who was there constantly throughout. I mean, in Lagos, but I was always on the phone with, and really kept my morale and giving a lot of very good advice. And I think that we are also blessed in this country that all over we really have medical practitioners of the highest caliber. And it's not surprising, because all over the world we are exporting our medical talent to help even the most industrialized countries in the world. So with those words, I just want to say again, thank you so much for all your prayers, all your support. This is what really helped me through. Thank you.